Hello, Internet. Welcome to another Freestyle Movie Reviews. I'm Scott,
And I'm Clint.
and this week we're reviewing A Million Ways to Die in the West. From the guy who brought you Ted. Tagline to A Million Ways to Die in the West. Directed by Seth MacFarlane. Also stars Seth MacFarlane as Seth MacFarlane. We also got Liam Neeson, Neil Patrick Harris, Charlize Theron, Sarah Silverman. A lot of good stars.
And pretty much the plot is Seth MacFarlane's this cowboy in the West,
Giant pussy.
and he loses his girlfriend, Amanda Seyfried, and right afterwards finds a new badass girlfriend who trains him to be a badass so he can win back his girl's heart / he can kill her husband. It's kind of like Strangers on a Train if they didn't know they were on a train, maybe.
The storyline's blah.
Yeah.
This is the part of review where we like to talk about things that we liked in the movie. And me personally, there's a lot of great cameos in this movie.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not going to go into them because that would kind of spoil it, but a lot of people you didn't think would show up, and other than that, I really like Sarah Silverman. I'm not a big fan of Sarah Silverman normally, but she was fucking hilarious in this movie.
Yeah.
She plays a prostitute.
She wasn't enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, she plays a Christian prostitute who's holding out sex from her boyfriend until they get married because she's banging like 10 to 15 guys a day. 10 guys on a slow day.
Yeah.
And other than that, I would just say, like, it's a hard R movie. You know, there's cursing, there's blood, you see some dicks, you get to see Liam Neeson's ass. I mean, there was no boobs, though. What's going on with this movie? Then maybe that's
There's a lot of sheep dick, though.
There's a lot of sheep dick. What would you say?
Oh, I should say sheep dicks for likes. Or likes. Sheep dicks. Neil Patrick Harris, and also I thought, like, you know, whenever they used editing to highlight their jokes and stuff, like, you know, the quick cutaways to, you know, birds picking blood out of.
It was kind of like that, it's like that Seth MacFarlane thing for Family Guy where it's like, he'll be like, oh, they use birds to fucking heal people, and then it just cuts straight to bird, like, picking blood out of his face and shit. It was...
Yeah. It did feel like a really extended hour-long Family Guy episode, except there was an extra hour. This is the part of the review where we usually talk about what we didn't like in the movie.
It was an extra hour. I mean, this is a comedy movie, and it's at least a half hour too long.
Yeah, there's like a whole like chunk where he's hanging out with Sarah Silverman and her husband for like the whole first half of the movie.
Funny.
And then as soon as he meets Charlize Theron, well, I like the movie, but still, like, there was an entire chunk where you didn't see those two like side characters for like a long while.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like too much. I would have liked to have them, you know, show back up. Want to know where they're at.
Yeah, other than it being too long, it's a comedy movie, so you're like, oh, this is going to be fucking rip-roaring funny the whole time, but it's like, you got this bullshit story that it's like, Seth MacFarlane's trying to get his old girlfriend back, but he's getting this new girlfriend, but now he's got to gunfight some fucking guy, and like, none of that stuff is funny, like, they try and be serious about it, but then just pepper in jokes, and it's, I don't know, didn't work for me.
Yeah, remember there was that guy who was going to kill him if he didn't pay him by the end of the week, and then, like, halfway through the movie, they're all like, oh, yeah, I did pay up that guy.
Yeah.
You know? In a later scene, you know?
That brings us to the part of the review where we like to talk about our favorite moments. What would you say?
Definitely when Django showed up at the end, shot that white guy.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he could pretty much just show up at the end of any movie and kill anybody and make me happy. Like, that's how Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2 should have ended. A show should have just been about the Zap Spider-Man, and bam! Pay a cut away from it, there's Django.
People die in the city.
Powers out.
Yeah, for me, I would say there's this huge bar fight scene that breaks up from some guy getting shot, and then you see Seth MacFarlane and his buddy, and they're like, let's get into position. And like, I'm thinking,
They're also all like,
yeah, we're just fighting
over here.
There's no reason to get involved in this.
You don't want to get caught up.
This is real bloody. It was pretty fucking hilarious. But other than that, I mean, we have got to mention Ralph motherfucking Garman.
Garvey Strong.
Garvey Strong. Like, he is fucking hilarious. You guys probably don't know who he is, but he's greatness.
There's some guy in the background of this movie shouting funny things with a mustache.
That's it.
It is most likely the school teacher.
That brings us to our final score around here. We like to rate them through 1 through 5, and for me, I'm gonna put this right in the middle. It's a 3. It's not a terrible movie, but it's also not a great movie. I enjoyed it, but there was parts I didn't enjoy. What would you say?
I would also give it a 3. Like, it ran out a little long, but I mean, wasn't like a bad experience and whatnot. I'd definitely say watchable pretty much says it across the board, as far as I'm concerned.
Watchable. That's a good way to describe it. That brings us to the end of our review. If you go out and see the movie, come back and comment. Tell us if you like it. Like the video if you like it.
Yeah.
You can check out the Facebook and the Twitters. They'll be down there. Other than that, I'm Scott.
And I'm Clint.
And have a good day.
Garbage straw.